Cognitive skills are reported to be growing in importance most quickly, and creative thinking is reported to be growing in importance slightly more rapidly than analytical thinking. This is the Future of Jobs Report 2023 by the World Economic Forum. It also added that the skills that are reported to be growing the fastest in terms of importance are not always reflected in corporate upskilling strategies. To be right, the human resource quotient of all kinds of human institutions, including societies themselves, is getting harder to secure. A World Economic Forum report in 2022 was emphatic. Put learning at the heart of a business, a learning and development revolution. To build strong cultures of continuous learning is the need, and one that steps out of command and control mode. To me, the entire educational philosophy and the practice is missing out on the most real truth. Humans are born zero, and that is why we are the hero species on Earth. Everything is learnt behavior and thought for humans. Learning is autonomous default mode for humans. The educational system, formal and at home, suppresses that gift. We stop learning, waiting to be taught, told, and schooled. How the corporates expect learning to improve using the same educational strategies and resources. Somewhere and somehow, the substrate to keep learning has to be restituted. If this is sounding too assertive, let me place before you that all of my corporate stint in India and abroad was in human resource development, and I have been a dedicated school-level educator for the past decade and a half. No less, both of these were explicit choices. Now to the point, governments, the leading educational institutions, and the society at large are at a loss on how to contemporize the raising of full potential adults, that is, how to reform the entire education system, for the times ahead, fourth industrial society and economy, and the AI era. What is the way out of this quagmire? Believe it or not, my search for the path to the urgent educational renaissance springs up at the doors of the economic institution of societies, the businesses. To be honest, the wealth creators will have to do more to create wealth, and this is in their own interest. Businesses need ever more multi-intelligent human resources and have to dirty their hands in raising such people. Believing the formal educational credentials of employees and partners to be real is hurting every corporate, and learning and development in corporates is lagging behind. Besides, it will only get worse in these times of revolutionary data-driven discovery, invention, innovation, and research. Because this significantly, poor quality education system is unprecedentedly concentrating wealth and income, threatening sustenance of consumer volume of most products and services. Jumping to the strategic implication for corporates, it is incumbent upon corporates to catalyze the deinstitutionalization of the education system. And, hold on please, this is not to even remotely suggest corporates to be any kind of educational institutions. To revisit, corporates only have to conceive and showcase contemporary quality educational interventions for the larger society. All the while, benefit from the same within the organization, by actualizing cognitive capacities that best match organizational needs. Relevantly, corporate renewal will get to the autopilot mode if learning and development assumptions are revisited. The harsh reality of cognitive, critical, and creative under-education is accepted and factored in. And the imperative of being on learning autopilot dawns on corporate leaders. It is realized that the pace and force of changes cannot be addressed through any command and control mode of learning. On the ground, it implies just one change. Corporates must focus on refounding the academic knowledge of all its human resources. We all know academic quest and success are the simplest means of affecting cognitive capacities and inventiveness. Once again, staying solution-focused, the secret of true and enduring academic credentials, way beyond marks and grades, is multidimensional command over language. Happily, science, technology, innovation, and research are increasingly gravitating towards mathematics as a language, and highly mathematized thinking. Indeed, humankind is mathematizing, and corporates will do well to start there. Mathematics as the language of logic, as the translator between man and machine, is now the most fertile substrate to default learning. Therefore, organize for mathematics to be relearned by all and nudge all to taste blood, by comprehensively succeeding in what is ill-branded as the most challenging academics. Witness the rekindling of the most human of our qualities among one and all, continuous and autonomous learning on our own, to make better sense of the world, to survive and thrive. Pertinently, school-level mathematics and sciences are the sufficient foundation for life-wide sci-tech learning. Explore 10% mathematics to assuredly and quickly achieve 100% AI-ready corporation now and always. Galvanize an organic, self-renewing institution. Step ahead of the crippling war over talent, ride the AI, truly people-powered, strategic leverage, and thrust. Thank you. With us, you will master all the mathematics you need. Be good to you, not just others.